Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them, I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Just take what's yours. Take the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind. And if you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right, y'all, welcome on in. Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good. We are going to start off with the triple deck today and see what Spirit is trying to tell us today. I'm like, oh, all the cards that are like poking out from my attention. Okay. I don't know. This is an interesting energy. I have someone who I feel like there's an energy of somebody that wants to communicate with you. Now, I will say this. Whoever this person is, I don't know who this is. Like, I don't know who this is for you. This is somebody that you have love for, or you've had love for this person. You might be in disharmony right now, so, I mean, I don't have it out here like you're not talking, but there's definitely some disharmony within a relationship. And I do feel like somebody wants to communicate, but I feel like they're a little apprehensive in taking the action, or they may not actually have an opportunity. I do feel like their ego may be in the way, like their ego is kind of getting the best of them, because there's an element of, you know, it's funny. I literally don't have the cards out here, but I can see the energy just based on the fact that they're not actually taking the action. They want to. Somebody's highly motivated to communicate. However, there is an energy that is hovering around this person that is kind of like, I mean, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because they're not taking any action because they're afraid. There's some fear there, but it almost feels like they're worried about rejection. They're worried about rejection. But I do feel like the divine is presenting, you know, anytime there's an ace that shows up, that's God. You know, it's the universe stepping in with the energy, trying to give somebody a helping hand here. And I feel like there is an opportunity being presented for somebody to come towards you to communicate, to kind of, that's interesting. I heard soothe the owie. I don't even talk like that, but that's what I heard. They want to come in and kind of, you know, I don't know, like clear the air. It's not necessarily giving me start over energy, but it does feel like they want a chance to kind of do something right and to create, you know, and it's like, I don't get the impression that this person wants to, I don't get an impression like whoever this person is, like, I don't feel like they want to rush into anything. Because, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the deck. I don't get the impression that this person wants to rush you or rush anything about this connection with you, but I do feel like somebody wants to kind of like repair it. Okay. I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna tell you, before I went on camera, I was meditating over the cards, and I did ask Spirit to give me a new message. Oh, shit. I'm like, give me a new message. Give me something new to talk about. And Okay, so here's the thing though. Okay. So we know that there's somebody here that wants to communicate, right? They're apprehensive. You may, like I said, you may not be talking to this person, and there is disharmony. This person is apprehensive to come towards you. Like I said, it does feel like a fear of failure. Like, I'm gonna, if I approach the collective, they're probably gonna shut me down, and they're just probably gonna shut me down. And the reason why is because now I see why. It's because whoever this person is definitely connected to a past situation, past life. You may have known this person since childhood. This literally could be, a child or children could be involved. Now I understand. So you may have perceived the relationship or the connection as like loveless, like it wasn't emotionally supportive or whatever. You know what? I'm gonna always keep it a buck with you. I don't necessarily like the energy that this person is in. I'm like, at first it came across as kind of like hopeful, but then I'm like, yeah, no. And the reason why is because whoever this person is, their energy is showing up as distorted feminine. I do believe that there is someone here, I want to say this woman, whoever this woman is, she may be kind of low-key stalking you. You may not have very fond memories of whatever the relationship was with you. You don't have any fond memory. Like, you literally don't have any fond memories of it. I honestly don't even think that you have any. Whoever this person is, I don't think you have any love for them either anymore. Like, you may have had that at one point. You don't have that now. See, I would be like, yeah, I would. Like, there's a whole dialogue going on in my head. Like, there's just like, the good angel and the bad angel. Like, I can hear the two sides. Like, but what about this? And what about that? So, and it would be different because this is the second line. I'm like, the first line is like, I want to come in and I know that it might take, it may require me to like really put in, the effort or whatever. And I know that it's not going to be overnight that we're going to, be able to be cool again or whatever. But then we get down to the second line and I honestly feel like these are very conflicting cards. This has been happening a lot, and it could very well be because Mercury, we're in the pre-shadow of the retrograde. So, I'm really conflicted by this energy because on one end, it's like, I know it's going to take some time and I know that it's going to, it's going to require me to like really put in the effort and all of that. But then down here, it's like, but while I want to communicate with you, I really don't have any intentions to actually put in the time and effort to like recalibrate the relationship. I feel like this person, and I mean, this could be you, but this also could be them. Yeah, it's like, okay, because it all leads back to this woman. I'm like looking at the way the cards are connecting. It all leads back to this woman. So not only do you not have fond memories of, like, you may, like I said, you may still love this person, and I'm in complete support of loving folks from a distance. But this kind of looks like to me that she doesn't actually have that same affinity for you. I do not like this energy. I do not like this energy. And I think too, part of the reason why whatever the relationship was with you before, I feel like you were, and I don't know who you are, I don't know who this woman is. This woman had other people or other options, and that was the reason why I'm like, that's part of the reason why there was a little bit of a disconnect in the past. It's because their focus was like on all these other things. They may have had a bunch of other interests, or they may have had a bunch of other people that they were entertaining, where they were unable to really focus on the connection with you because they were kind of scattered, among a bunch of people. So damn. This is the most weird and conflicting energy I've ever seen. I'm so confused. Because I do see where you walk away. You walked away because it just wasn't emotionally fulfilling. So I get that. I get that. And I said it before the cards even came out here. They had a bunch of other options. And I kind of feel like this person didn't know how to really operate in a relationship. They didn't know how to give in a relationship. They may have given very, very little. Very, very little. It's interesting because I have the Ace of Cups out here. I have the Ace of Pentacles, and I have the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Wands is in reverse. This Ace of Cups, it's kind of interesting because, I feel very suspicious. I know what all of my readings say. So I know the energy. And I feel like this person is unhappy because maybe this is, I could see this a bunch of different ways. Because I'm looking like this person, somebody wants to communicate with you. But I feel like they want to communicate with you because maybe you are not taking any kind of initiative to reach out to them. Yeah. And so there's this like the disharmony, the disconnect between you and this person. And it's interesting because I have the Two of Cups in the reverse and in the upright as connected to this woman. So this is somebody like, and this, like I said, this could be a mother figure. But this is somebody that you genuinely, you had love for this person. But I also think that you recognize that this person didn't, it's weird. It's almost like somebody who, child, this could be your mama. I don't know. It's weird because it's like she has love for you, but there's this realization that, this even could be her realization that she didn't actually show up the way that she should have. If this is a mother, if this is your mother. Because right now she's not happy with the fact that you don't come around. You're not putting in any effort. I feel like there's a sense of confusion. So maybe there's a little bit of confusion around why you don't come around. So she's not happy about that, and it doesn't show well, like how other people, I don't know, it's just surface level shit, but it doesn't show well for how you, like, how you show up or don't show up for your family. I don't really like this energy because it feels very much like this individual probably has been watching you since you walked away. I don't know how they have the ability to watch you. They could be, like, if you got socials or whatever, they could be stalking your socials. It's a similar energy. I've talked about this before. It's like what they see is like they see you being, loving and generous and kind with other people, not them. But you know what it really feels like? It feels like justice. You know what I'm saying? It's like so if this was a mother figure, and say she wasn't very present, she's also very transactional. So she's not doing anything for you unless you're doing what she wants you to do. If you're not doing what she wants you to do, then she ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so because you are no longer available, or you're kind of out of the picture, now she's mad because you're kind of you're treating her the way that she may have treated you. She may also be watching you now. I see this another way. Now, if you have another partnership, though, say this is a mother figure, or sister, aunt, grandmother, sister-in-law, daughter-in-law, whoever the hell. It's like your relationship with her is fractured, but what she's seeing is that you have other relationships. I mean, she can see that you have other relationships, but what she's seeing is that it's her seeing you in other healthy relationships is very displeasing to her. Put it that way. This whole lane is kind of funny because it's kind of like, the way I see it, it's like I heard move out of the way. Like in my mind's eye, when I was hearing move out of the way, I saw like an arm pushing someone to the side. Like, move out of the way so that I can focus on my relationship, on my partnership. So like, say if you're a married person, or you're in a partnership, or you're a couple, you're in a relationship, and say you have this other third person, not a party to your relationship, but connected to you in some kind of way. It's like, with the removal of this person, or just your distance from them or whatever, it kind of allowed you to focus like on the relationship at hand, whatever you had in front of you. Move out of the way. Like, it's literally move out of the way. Yes. So and that's what she's seeing. She's seeing here, like, if you're in a partnership, like if you're in a relationship, you like had to not focus, like literally turn your back and not focus on that relationship with this woman in order for you to kind of focus on, now this could be your integration of, your masculine and feminine side. For those of you who are super single, you literally had to move this person out of the way, though, so that you could ground and like kind of focus and recalibrate yourself, get yourself back in alignment with self. Focus on your own self-love. Focus on, and I feel like it was an opportunity, and this person is seeing it. Like, you walked away, and when you walked away for self-preservation. You made a decision because you were not happy. You did not see any actual success out of that relationship. It just for whatever reason, it was just I want to say it was like really ego clash. You couldn't seem to get past it. There's nothing about it that reminds you of anything warm, fuzzy, and pleasant. So you opted for something else. I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing self-love. I'm focusing on what I want. I'm walking away from anything that's unpleasant, that doesn't leave me with the warm and fuzzies. I am walking away from anything that is confusing and emotionally unfulfilling. I'm walking away from anybody who puts very little to no effort into our relationship. That's why it's in disharmony. Because this person ultimately gave very little to nothing. Hell, this could be you up here speaking your truth. I mean, I'll do it from all perspectives. This could be you up here. I started off saying like this could be somebody wanting to come in to have communication. This could be you communicating that you have no desire. Like, child, you could be communicating that you have no desire to put in any kind of effort to be around people that make things confusing, even if they're connected to your family. Even if you've known it, because right here it's like I'm speaking my truth. I'm not spending any more time, not wasting any more time pouring into relationships that treat me like an option, that leave me feeling confused. People that don't put in the same kind of effort and energy that I do. People who are transactional and only do things to get what they want out of it. I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm walking away, and I'm leaving all of that shit behind in favor of new cycles, new partnerships, new people, new experiences. Why? Because I love me. It's funny. I'm hearing I remember having a conversation. I might have been, I was probably about 23, 24 years old. And it was in the interim between my ex and moving on with my husband. And I remember telling my ex, as I was saying like a goodbye, it was like a goodbye conversation. And I remember telling him, I'm like, I love you, but I love me more. And I need more. I need more. And you're unwilling to give, so I gotta go. This looks like that, but this is centered around a feminine energy. I mean, could be a man. I mean, you know, some folks, and we embody all of it. Some operate in masculine energy more, and some folks operate in more feminine energy. But I can definitely see here where, I mean, this, like I said, this literally could be you. Like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore. Ha! Look at that. And now that I like the fact that you made a decision, and your decision, I feel like it allowed your decision to walk away from these people that give little to no effort, allowed you an opportunity to heal. You know, you may have also had like some weird abandonment issues, you know, along the way or whatever. It kind of, this opportunity allowed you to heal from that, allowed you to heal from those times where you felt rejected and, you know, felt like, well, damn, yeah, you're literally not. And okay, here's the thing too. There's a lot of people out here. I'm like, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, there's a lot of people out here. Yep. And I feel like whoever this person is, yeah, I feel like whoever this person is, this is an energy of someone who, I really feel like she just wanted to be in control. She wanted to be in control. Okay, now this comes up a lot. And I see it here again. This comes up a lot. It's something to do with, it has something to do with keeping you feeling a sense of like instability. Like always making you, I don't know what, like I don't know who this is or what the relationship connection is with you, but I feel like this person always made you feel shaky is the word that I'm hearing, but that's not the way I'm receiving it. If it's just like ungrounded, I mean, basically ungrounded, but it kind of feels like, I don't know, when you were in this person's presence, did they make you feel like insecure? Did they say things? Did they communicate, child? Did they communicate things to you that made you feel insecure about yourself? Because this looks like a lot of projection. Because, and I think I said that, I might have mentioned this in one of yesterday's readings. I was like, if people usually try to exert control over other people when they don't feel a sense of control over their own life. It's like maybe somebody grew up always having somebody, like a tyrant or something, like kind of controlling their movement or whatever, and so they become that same kind of way with other people who they feel are like weaker or lower status or whatever. Because I kind of feel like there's like a weird destabilizing energy like right here in the center, which would make someone do a lot of like second guessing, like not, having a really hard time making a decision. Because I kind of feel like you being connected to this woman, I kind of feel like there was an energy surrounding the experience that always made you feel like very unsure of the steps you were taking. I heard it was because they wanted to be needed. So if they made you feel insecure about taking steps, maybe you went to this person to ask advice or ask questions or whatever. It's because they wanted to feel needed. But the problem is the information that they were giving you was bullshit. You don't want, whoever this is, you do not want to entertain this energy at all. Your boundaries are way up. I don't care. And right here, your boundaries are way up, and you're like, I don't give a damn how you feel about me. I don't give a damn if I have love for you. I don't want that nowhere near me. Because you had to do too much in order to heal from it. Like you're not interested. And that's not to say that, you will never come together again. But as of what I see on my board right now, you're not interested. I'm like, yeah, you are not interested. I feel like you had to go through yeah, I'm telling you. I said it before the cards even came out. This person has been playing like, let's see how these triangulate. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I probably, if I were you, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I'll, strongly advise. I probably wouldn't entertain this, because I feel like you're going to find out. You're going to find out about someone trying to put a monkey wrench in all of your shit. I have the energy of somebody trying to sabotage a relationship. I have an energy out here. And the thing is, I do want to put this out there, though. While there has been energy projected towards you to break down your relationships, your other relationships. Because now I'm looking at it, this person is really pissed off. What I said it in one of yesterday's readings. I'm like, it's kind of like an arrogance. Like, they just thought you would always be, they just thought you would just withstand the way that they treated you, and that you would just always be there. Like, you would just always make yourself present and available for them. And here's the other, I see another thing here. I think there also is an energy out here of, it's kind of like the perseverance of, like, you know, like having to go through all these going through all these hurdles and overcoming all these challenges. But it kind of looks like you don't look like what you've been through. Like, you may have gone through a bunch of stuff, but you don't look like you're not all run down looking. You still carry this energy of love in your heart. You're not, like, even after going through all the things that you went through, it didn't turn you savage and cold. Like, you are still, I do believe that you still show up with this very loving and generous energy, but you have boundaries now, and you only give that, like, those kind of loving energies to people who deserve them. You know, like, people who show up for you. You're not just out just handing out these, free passes to your love. You're not doing that anymore. And at one point you may have, but you're not doing that now. And again, like, I think this person is kind of upset because they can see you being generous and loving with other people, just not them. That's what's pissing them off. And the fact that I feel like they have done something, they have absolutely done some things to betray you. They absolutely have. They absolutely have. They've done some things to betray you. They've done it repetitively. And I kind of feel like it's kind of like you have the capacity to just keep going despite everything that you've been through and the things that you still have on your plate currently. Like, you may have a lot going on right now. But you carry it with grace. You're not, like I said, you're not letting life, like, I'm not talking, like, if you're dealing with a really tough time right now, this part is probably not for you, because I'm talking about a person who has erected these boundaries, who still has a generous amount of love in their heart. And I feel like even in the times when you were feeling a little less than financially stable, I feel like, because there's a weird, I'm like looking at all the circles on the board, and I'm like, there's an energy out here of somebody wanting you to be, I do see an energy of, like, depression, but the kind of depression that, I feel like I talked about this yesterday. This feels like the kind of depression that would make you not work. Like, ooh. And it is connected to this. Okay, so this person also Now, I do have the witchy woman out here. I wasn't going to talk about her just yet because I wanted to kind of dig into the rest of it, but I see it's connected to her too. Yes, it is. Okay. So there's an energy out here of somebody wanting you. It's like they wanted you to be depressed. But this whole section right here, if you have a public platform of some sort, if you're like a content creator or whatever, this whole section here feels like somebody wanting, it's like wanting you to be like all in your feelings, to where you would, this is like self-sabotage, where you would like purposely self-sabotage because you're all in your feelings and then you're confused, and then by you being sad, like feeling unstable, you won't make no money, you won't be able to work, and then therefore it affects your sense of stability, because obviously when your money is funny, you don't feel stable, right? So this whole section right here feels very much like somebody, I'm looking at this in a whole different light now. This whole section right here in this top quadrant feels very much like somebody wanting to stop you, especially if you have a public platform. They don't want you talking. They don't want you talking. They don't want you working, because if you don't work, you don't make any money. You don't make any money, you get sad and depressed, and it puts you back in a loop, a cycle, right? We've been there before, right? Then on this side, I see this. Thank you, Spirit. On this side, okay, so this upper quadrant talks about work. So it's almost like because the center energy is literally depression, and everything around it, it's like, it feels like something caving in on itself. Like, I just see a lack of stability and a lot of ungroundedness, but it comes with the emotional component of depression. But it also talks about you not being able to work, because if you don't work, you don't eat. Okay? Now on this side, it's a similar energy to what I have over here, but this feels more like it's related to your partnerships or relationships. So I'm going to target your emotional well-being, because if I can target your emotional well-being, then maybe you won't be able to work. Now I'm going to come over here, because this does, yes. Okay, now I'm going to come over and I focused on your work because I don't want you to work. I want you to feel crazy and sad and all that other shit so that you can't work. Now over here, I'm going to focus on your relationship. I'm going to focus on I want things to be unpleasant for you, so that maybe your partner will one or both of you will walk away from each other, and you'll just deem the relationship so unpleasant that I can't stand you and you can't stand me, and we walk away from each other. Whatever, right? This person is like kind of what they're watching. They're watching to see if what they've been projecting towards you is working, but what they actually see is, they definitely see where you got the self-love, and if they do have an ability to see your relationship is fine. Right? Your relationship is fine. So I do see the breakdown on the whole upper part of this board. One targeting your work and one targeting your relationship. Okay? Now what I see down here is, I do see where I see somebody here who's kind of, this feels a little bit like someone kind of being stressed out because their plans did not work. Their plan did not work. Ooh, look at those boundaries. Okay, now the other thing is, I got a download yesterday, and it was something about retaliation. And for some reason, I think this person has some weird expectation that you might, because again, remember, we've been talking about this, has been coming up a lot, like something about your mental state just your mental state is a big thing in here. But it's kind of like there's an expectation. This person kind of expects you to retaliate, because if you do, then they would also use that against you. Like, look, see, I told you they were crazy. I'm just, I think I talked about this months ago when this shit happened. In the beginning part of the year, when I let my daughter insisted to go see my mother, to have my sons go take her to see her grandmother. And my mother treated her the way she treated me my whole life, and had my daughter over there trying to jump through hoops to get her attention, and it pissed me off so bad. I didn't talk about it for days after my kids came back, because I was so angry. But I knew that her treating my daughter crazy was her way to get to me, because I'm a ride for my kids. And she lucky I didn't go over to that house and burn that motherfucker down with her in it. Just saying. That's how I felt. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. That's how I felt. Don't come for my kids. Because when you fucking with my kids, you fucking with the wrong ones. Like, do not come for my kids. I even told my daughter when she started high school, I'm like, if any one of those teachers, male teachers, or them little boys touch you or talk to you crazy, you let me know. I will come to that school and I will burn that motherfucker to the ground. Because that's the kind of mother I am. Don't play with me. But I knew that the way that my mother had treated my daughter, it was meant to spark a reaction out of me, for me to call her and cuss her out, for me to show up at her front door and go straight ham. And I didn't, because I knew exactly what she was doing. I knew the game. And so I didn't do anything. I sat with it for a couple of days. I did talk about it on a video, just so I can get it out of my system. It probably took me like 2 weeks to actually tell my husband what happened, because I was so angry. But I made a decision at that point that she would never see my daughter again. Fuck all that. You're never going to have an opportunity to see my child again. For what? So that she can feel the same sense of needing to beg for your attention that I had to? Hell no. You should be so blessed to be in her presence, in any of their presence. Like, child, please. So your emotional well-being and you being able to stay grounded and everything, that is a big deal. Okay? Now, I'm saying all this because Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. We're in the pre-shadow. Now, during the pre-shadow, I think Mercury has finally moved into Sag. But while it was in Scorpio, and the sun, the moon, and Mercury and Mars were all in Scorpio, things were a little bit spicy. I have heard very conflicting information about what Mercury in Sagittarius retrograde is going to be like. And as somebody who has heavy Mercury placements, I generally tend to just say less. Say less. Like, just say less. I'm like, say less. Everything don't need to be an argument. You ain't got to involve yourself in every conversation. Say less. Because even then, they're not going to hear you. When Mercury goes retrograde, miscommunication is a thing. And the retrograde is from the 9th to the 29th. So Thanksgiving ought to be fun for y'all. I don't know about y'all. Our Thanksgivings are very low-key. It's just us in this house. So I like it that way. I'm like, I like it that way. But I also have heard too, I was looking at something about the astrology of November, and the last week of November, things should lighten up considerably just before Mercury goes direct. And the post-shadow lasts, I think, until December the 16th. So, just say less. And also remember that we don't have any control over things that are external to us. We only have control over our own response to it. So, there's that. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. Oh, what did I say? I said, oh, this is so layered. Ha! Okay. Now, as far as you're concerned, if I'm looking at this, please don't be for today. That's tomorrow. Okay. If this is for you, if this is your energy up here that we're talking about, I think the part of the reason why you're not taking action, like I said, if you are speaking up about like not wanting to deal with somebody specific in your life and the reasons why, I also see here that you're one of the main reasons why you're not taking action towards it or coming towards it is because you know this person hasn't changed. You know this person hasn't changed. Now, I did say that we have a practitioner out here, and they have tried to affect your mental state so that it would affect your resources and it would affect your connections, your relationships. I do have energy out here of somebody who may have attempted to try to unalive you. I do have the energy of someone here who may have done something, you know, like moon. I'm like moon. It's kind of giving me moon magic. But now it goes without saying this person may have tried to unalive you or do pay somebody to unalive you. But I just see lack of success there. Okay. If you're watching, obviously it didn't happen. Now, the other side of that is, if they had paid a practitioner to do juju over you to potentially unalive you and it was unsuccessful, that energy has to go somewhere. And the Temperance Angel is here trying to even things out. Tower in the reverse. So, like I said, that energy has to go somewhere. Okay. I think I talked about this yesterday. We have an energy of somebody who like abuses their, like they abuse their authority or abuse their power and authority, their position in people's lives to, it's kind of like they use that energy to like manipulate people, and I heard it as move like chess pieces. And I did talk about this yesterday. Like, we all have the gift of intuition. Some of us are really highly gifted. We know how to use we use our gifts and abilities for the greater good in the people. Some people have these same abilities and they use it for nefarious reasons. And if this person did pay someone to unalive you or pay a practitioner to, put some juju on you or whatever to potentially unalive you, obviously that did not happen. I don't know. It kind of feels like you were moved, like you may have been moved like a chess piece so that you could avoid something untimely and unfortunate. Now I also have the energy of someone here. Now this feels like someone investigating. Somebody investigating something. It's like somebody they're like looking, because I hear it's like I heard smoke and mirrors, but somebody's looking, I heard looking through the illusion. Looking through the illusion. That's exactly how I heard it. Looking through the illusion. Because someone here is casting smoke and mirrors. Because they're trying to hide something. Yeah. Okay. Now you know I don't like the word coven. And I don't really deal too much with the word cult either. But I got a few people out here. So it may have been like this person, like I said, they could be a practitioner. They could have gone to a practitioner. Out here right now, I kind of see a few practitioners out here. Both male and female. And now the cards where I identify as the collective, because I have a lot of distorted cards out here. The cards that are my collective, you're out here with the firmest boundaries and all of the protection. Like I said, you don't look like what you've been through. So this person, or even the people, all the people that they've gotten involved, all the whoever, they're all kind of bugging out over you, because you're sitting down here in this corner. You're completely guarded and protected. Your relationship is, if you're in a relationship, your relationship is protected. You and your relationship are thriving. And they're baffled, because it kind of comes across as like they're throwing some of their best shit at you. It ain't working. Like, it ain't working. Baby, you are a whole lot stronger. You are a lot stronger than they thought you were. And now they see it. They don't have no choice but to see it. You are so strong, and you are living like an abundant life, whatever abundance means to you. Okay? If you're down bad, this ain't for you. I'm talking to somebody here who, by all accounts, folks are looking at you. They're like, damn, that person's really, like, they're happy. They look good. Everything is working out well for them. Honoring themselves. Lots of self-love. I also get a deep sense of renewal at the conclusion of whatever this is you walked away from. Like, when you walked away from it and called it dead and done, out of sight, out of mind. You ain't thinking about these people. But I feel like you have a passion for life. You love yourself. For those of you who are still hermiting, you're done good by hermiting, because some of the time that you've been on your own and alone and isolating, you've avoided some of the shit that has been going on in the background that you don't know about. Just by staying to yourself. You're hard to predict because I definitely feel like you're kind of hard to pin down. This gives me the energy of somebody who's hard to pin down. And I feel like you are, and it's like somebody watching you. Because I think that was part of one of the readings yesterday. I'm like, they're just kind of, they're kind of baffled that you're happy without them. I see that here. It's like you avoid so much drama just by keeping yourself isolated from it. Because I'm telling you, you got practitioners here that have been doing things behind the scenes to create all kind of havoc in your life. and you have bypassed all of it. None. I feel like it's just, you're in a bubble. It's not hitting you. It's like you don't give a shit what these people think about you. You don't care how they feel about you. You know how you feel about yourself, and you know the truth of who you are. That's all that matters. Look at that. Yeah. They work with other people. And so whatever work that these people did, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. The wheel is turning in your favor. They can't stop it. Oh, and I'm talking to somebody here I'm talking to a high priestess energy. Oh, you're showing up and showing out. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, so let me tell you this. I love these cards. You are showing up as the real deal. You're showing up as the real deal. This person or whoever is around them, their cohorts, their cronies, their partners, their friends, their coven and cult members, you're showing up as the real deal. And I feel like whatever they're doing, like, you're so protected that they're trying to affect all these areas of your life. And there is, I mean, it's funny, I don't have the Magician out here. That's really interesting. I don't have the Magician out here, but I just see a lot of transmuted energy. Because you're not in the energy that they wanted you to be in. You're like completely bossed up. You are the leader of your own shit. You run your show, not anybody else. And I think too, it's your strength. It's not just your strength, but it's the fact that you have a really good handle on your ego. You have a really good handle, like you've met your shadow side. And you not only have met your shadow side, you've also learned to integrate your shadow side. And you've harnessed it. You've learned to harness it. We like it. You've learned to harness it. I'm telling you, this practitioner, whoever this is, the practitioners, they're no competition for you. They cannot compete with you. Your gifts are much stronger than theirs. Your gifts are stronger than theirs combined. And all this person has been trying to do is they've been lying. I want to say they've been lying about you. They've been lying about you. Remember when I think I said it yesterday. I was like, I felt like this person had been using like word magic, but using word magic over the other people that they were working with in order to kind of like this weird ass glamour magic where they just didn't, I don't know how they did this, but that's what it feels like. It's like somebody who just like talked about it so much that it was meant to control all of these people to work with them collectively in order to bring you down, but they haven't been able to do that. What in the hell? Hold on. I'm like, I hear all this wrestling and I have like all of my dirty towels or whatever because I'm doing laundry. I have all my towels like in a pile and Lucky's over there like making a little hole for himself to bury himself under the towels. Whatever. Anyway, this person feels very much like they have been trying to kind of control your movement or control aspects of your life in order to kind of, I want to say they wanted to bring you to your knees, but they wanted to bring you to your knees so that you would eventually end up back at their doorstep seeking some kind of help or guidance from them. I think not. So I'm like, I think not. Alright, where are we time wise? Ooh, we're already at an hour in. Let me do one quick pass. Yeah, because even down here, it's almost like somebody wanting to, like this down here feels like mind control. But if we lean it back up here, it's the same thing. If I can control your mind and get in your head, then I will debilitate you in a way where you can't work. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Oh, damn. Remember when I said, I've been saying it. I think I said it yesterday too. You walked away just in time. You walked away just in time. And when you walked away, there was a tower. And everybody that was connected to your past was shook. Shook. They having a really hard, I will say there's somebody here that's having a hard time letting go of the past. But I feel like the decision to walk away, or you may have even cut off people, it feels like the decision that you made to cut them off, you had to make a mind over heart decision. This wasn't about the way you felt about them, and you might not have even wanted to, like, you may not have wanted to walk away, but this is like facing a reality and understanding, yes, you had to make an executive decision. And even though, excuse me, maybe you may have had love for these people, and it was a very difficult decision to make. Oh, look at that. This is literally karma for treating you fucked up. I do feel like there are people that want to come and apologize, like the people that you may have distanced yourself from or cut off. There is someone here that they may want to come and apologize. Now, here's the thing, and you've heard me say this before: reconciliation does not mean reunion. You might not even be open to having any kind of discussion, because the way it looks like to me, it looks very much like because this feels like they want to apologize for making you feel like you had to walk away or block them or cut them off. But this feels like they want to apologize for their actions or the way they may have treated you or talked to you or made you feel in the past, right? But again, down here, I definitely, maybe the tower is the fact that you're not interested. You're not literally not interested. You're not. There's nothing anybody can say to defend their behavior or actions towards me from in the past. Like, I don't care. You did what you did. I did what I had to do. And if you don't like it, suck it. I don't care. You know? But I definitely see you have zero motivation to revisit anyone from your past. And so their karmic retribution, doesn't matter how sorry they feel, but their karmic retribution is like literally there's no opportunity for you to come back. I'm not interested. Oh, and I'm gone. The Chariot. And I'm out. I'm choosing myself. And they can actually, and the thing about it is, you are happier and more abundant keeping yourself shielded from these people or any, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's connected to your past, I feel like you are much better off without them. I do feel like you may be very clear now. Now this is funny because in the background of this card is the Knight of Swords, but in the background of the card is the tower, tower, and it's on fire. It might even be, yes, it might even be too, like like I said, part of the tower is like, not only are you walking away, you're not interested in reconciling. I don't give a shit if you apologize. You may have some real prime words for these people, but you know, I don't know. Mercury and Sagittarius, you might be more inclined to speak up and say what you gotta say. But I do feel like you're making a very clear choice that doesn't have anything to do with feelings. It is about reality. Has nothing to do with feelings. Yep. And then you're gonna find out. Oh yes. Okay. So that's crazy. So I definitely, okay. You know, you've heard me talk about the Lover's card, and the Devil being two sides of the same coin, right? You know, sometimes folks, tarot readers, will be like, "Oh, the Lover's card. You have a choice between two people who love you, two soul contracts, blah blah blah." No, whatever. I view it more energetically as like the choice between what you want versus what someone else wants for you, right? Because the devil binds you to something that you don't really want, something unpleasant that leads you to being connected or tied to some burdensome shit that you don't want to be connected to. So yeah, like I said, tower when you decide that I'm not doing this, especially when you know that these people, these same people that you walked away from, they were never loyal to you, and that they may have also had a hand in trying to block your connections or affect your relationship dynamics. I just see a lot of betrayal, and I do feel like there's going to be some illumination in that area. With the Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Sun here with the Ten of Swords, there's going to be some illumination in this area of people having betrayed you. Folks that you actually had love for, too. Yeah. Whoever these people are, I feel like there's no... That's the only reason why the tower can even come out. The tower is course correction. The tower wipes out the foundation, because the foundation doesn't actually exist. Four of Wands in the reverse. Like, it doesn't actually exist. You couldn't really hold on to these relationships or these connections because they weren't stable. You were pouring in, I feel like you were pouring love into these cups that had holes and cracks in them. You were giving of yourself unconditionally, and all these people were doing was adding more burdens to your plate. So instead, you had to focus on loving yourself, walking away from the things and people that were emotionally unsupportive, and pouring that same love into yourself, and then guarding it and protecting it. Nobody expected you to do that. You've been able to now find yourself in a more balanced space emotionally and mentally. I'm using a whole different deck, and I'm using less cards, and this is the same information. It's like they wanted... And again, if they were trying, like I said, if they were trying to do something here to affect like a relationship or a soul contract of yours or whatever, they're unsuccessful here. But I also kind of see here too that like here you are with all this unconditional love. You're giving of yourself to, you're giving to everybody but them. You're not giving. And I'm like, you're looking at, I'm like looking at the look on their face and the direction that they're all looking in. You're looking back at this experience. You remember everything that you've been through. There is no new opportunity, or there's no way that you alone can stabilize the relationship without the participation of the other people. And they have shown you that they did not want to participate. Them coming in after the fact, trying to speak truth, or let's kumbaya, I feel so bad, blah, blah, blah. For me, it's performative, because you're only coming back after the fact when maybe your life is upside down and now you need somebody's shoulder to cry on or whatever. Like, nah, when I was going through shit and I needed a shoulder to cry on, y'all were in the corner kikiing about me and like laughing and gossiping and telling jokes and shit. Hey, I'm not going to do that to you, but I'm also not going to extend myself. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Because if you think you coming over here because you are now dealing with stability issues or financial issues and financial woes, you cannot come here looking for equilibrium. You can't find that here. Because this feels very much like the collective has gone damn near into hiding. Nope. I said this. Somebody here, I don't know how they're watching you. They see that whatever that they're doing or whatever they have been doing has not been affecting you. And everything that they've been trying to do against you in the attempt to win at all costs has been unsuccessful. I may also be talking to someone who works alone. So even if, because I feel like this is kind of an energy of like, even if nobody else is around you supporting you, you're okay doing what you do all by yourself. You don't need them or anyone else to fulfill your destiny or whatever it is that you're doing, because I see you doing it on your own. Now, I do have the energy out here of somebody feeling entitled to your assistance because you're doing so well. They feel entitled to your time, efforts, and energy because they're not happy. They're not happy because you're no longer giving your attention. And I'm telling you, whoever this person is, there may be somebody here wanting to come in and like love bomb and all that shit. The intention is they want to come in and love bomb again because they feel entitled to whatever you have. Energetically, financially, emotionally, otherwise. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe this person shit. Okay, I gotta go wake my son up. You don't owe this person shit. Oh, they was waiting for you to, oh look at that. They were waiting for you to come back towards them. They were waiting for you to come back towards them. And that might have also been a little part of their juju, like they're trying to like energetically affect you coming back towards them. They may have been trying to affect you coming back towards them, so they don't have to, if they're struggling financially, they're trying to manifest you to come back so that you can help them. That's insane. That's insane. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there because I got to take my son to school. I got to get him up and all that. But I'm going to come back and do another reading. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes and needs to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. I love you guys. Till next time, take care.